Winston Cup Racing on FX is brought to you by Beechwood Aged Budweiser with the crisp, clean, and refreshing taste known only to the king of beers.
8 times the winner of the Winston has gone on to win the Winston Cup Championship. Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt 3 times, Rusty Wallace, and Jeff Gordon 3 times. So more than just bragging rights at stake here. Maybe you look ahead. Our Lotriman Ultra race rules. 40 laps in segment 1. You must make a green flag pit stop for 4 tires. 7 drivers go home. The top 20 advance to segment 2.
And that pit stop, again, it's under green, and all the pit road rules apply. 45 miles an hour, and everybody has to do it. You're going to go a lap and a half down here under green doing that 4-tire stop.
Segment 2, Darrell, 30 laps, half the teams go home.
Well, I think that's going to be the most exciting race. Where they're going to chop off the back half of the field. Going to see a lot of excitement from about 7th or 8th back to about 15th. Guys trying to stay in, guys trying to get in.
And then the fans vote. How many of those 10 drivers get inverted? Like they're not going to vote 10, all 10 like they never have. The winner of that 3rd segment gets $750,000. Here's our STP starting grid. Matt Kenseth wins the pole in his 2nd Winston. That 13.23-second pit stop was all the difference. Michael Waltrip in his 10th Winston, the 96 winner. Kevin Harvick in it to win it for the 2nd time. And Jeff Burton makes his best start in his 8th appearance. Mark Martin, the 98 winner. Elliott Sadler, 2nd time around in the All-Star race. Jeff Gordon, the 2001 winner. He's in the 9th Winston. He's won it 3 times. Ricky Rudd, his 16th Winston. Ricky Craven for the 2nd time. Terry Labonte, 17 out of 18 for Labonte. Kurt Busch, a Winston rookie, and Joe Nemechek in his 3rd. Bobby Labonte, his 8th Winston. He's been 2nd twice. Sterling Marlin's been 2nd 3 times. It's his 11th All-Star race. Dale Jarrett, his 11th try as well. 2nd the last 2 years. Robbie Gordon, an All-Star rookie. Jimmy Johnson, a rookie, and Bill Elliott in his 17th Winston. Mike Wallace for the 2nd time, and Bobby Hamilton for his 5th appearance. Rusty Wallace, his 16th consecutive Winston, the 89 winner. Steve Park, his 3rd All-Star race. Tony Stewart, 3rd last year, 2nd in 99. It's his 4th try. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in it for the 3rd time, the winner in 2000. Ward Burton, his 7th Winston, 6th last year. Jeremy Mayfield, twice a winner of the Winston Open. And Ryan Newman making his 1st appearance in the All-Star race. What a field.
Well, let's be realistic here for a minute, Mike. Now, these are not throwaway cars. These are a lot of brand new cars out here tonight. Big time investments in all the equipment. These drivers are not throwaway drivers. Big picture. Take a lot of chances, take a lot of risks, a lot of money at stake, but don't get hurt. Got to look at next week. There's points on the line next week.
You have to look at the big picture.
Got to look at the big picture.
$40,000 to start as we have a look at our onboards. Matt Kenseth, the ATT onboard camera from the pole. Kevin Harvick, GM Goodwrench onboard cam. Jeff Gordon, the DuPont cam, the number 24.
That doesn't look like Jeff.
What was it, the goatee?
The goatee.
Yeah. Jimmy Johnson. And the Lowe's onboard camera. Dale Jarrett with the UPS cam. And the Dodge camera with Bill Elliott.
And I got to believe every time Dale goes into 3rd turn, Larry, he's holding his breath.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Rusty Wallace, the Miller Lite on board. And our Briggs & Stratton camera riding with Bobby Hamilton. There's the Home Depot cam, Tony Stewart. And the butt cam, Dale Jr.
We always have great in-car camera shots, but trust me, these will be some of the best of the year right here.
It's been easier to say who we didn't have a camera in tonight because we got a lot of cameras out there. And folks, the reason I said that about Dale, he got hurt over here last year qualifying for the 600, and I really think that ruined the rest of his season. He had a tough time struggling back after that injury.
We need to note Mike Wallace in the 33 car driving for Andy Petrie. He drops to the rear of the field because of an engine change. Now, how Mike Wallace is in this race is also the owner, the team team is eligible. And Andy Petrie Racing went in Rockingham last year with Joe Nemechek that made Joe and the 33 car both eligible for the race. Oh, man, Darrell, pace car off, belts tight. You know what they want to hear.
Here they come. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of pride. There's a lot at stake. Let's go racing. Boogity, boogity, boogity. And Michael gets booted on his start.
Lost a lot of ground right there. He's going to fall in line right in front of Jeff Gordon. Headed off into turn 1. Gordon pulls to the inside. Battle for fourth.
Well, Michael started on the front row and looked like he spun the tires.
What a stack 'em up start that was. And right in the middle of the field. Look at this knot of cars.
He can't hold back. Boy, Tony Stewart back here starting near the rear of the field. He's working the high side. He passed about 4 cars in 3 and 4.
You got to be careful getting up on that outside, though, because you'll get pushed up into that outside wall coming off of turn 4.
Now on the Fox box top of your screen, those drivers whose names are flashing are the drivers who right now are not in positions that would transfer to segment 2.
20 moves on to segment 2, 7 loads up and goes home. Wait till next week.
Well, right now the magic number is 20. You want to be sure you're in the top 20. So that's what these guys in the back are going to be looking at. They don't have to win this race, but they do have to be in the top 20.
3 by 3 and then a wad of cars as a result of that somewhat staggered start.
Yeah, we're fortunate that wasn't bigger than it was. That could have been a mess.
Darrell, next week we'll be here for 600 miles, 400 laps. You say, settle down, let's race the racetrack. You don't race nothing. You're wide open from the drop of the green flag of this thing.
Well, just look at this right now, Larry. Here comes the leader. Here comes Kempsis. He's coming down. He's going to be at the start-finish line now, and the last car is still coming out of turn 4 in 3 laps.
And that's the thing about here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. You get out front, you can go. But I tell you, he's going to have his hands full with Mark Martin, his teammate right now. Mark got a well of a run off turn 2. He's right on the rear bumper of Matt down the backstretch.
2 Roush cars, 1-2, and behind them, 25 crew chiefs who are all standing there saying, don't worry, we'll get them on pit road.
And that's going to be so important. Remember, sometime during this segment, there's going to be a green flag pit stop, mandatory by all race teams. So much rides on those pit crews just as it did last night and like it does every race day.
Well, there's so many. How many times do we come here and see Mark Martin dominate this race in a Busch car and win the Winston Cup car as well? And that's looking like the Mark of old right there, boys.
Right here, this is around the transfer spot right here, looking for 20 cars. The 48 car right now, he's 21st.
And they are wadded up right there. The guy that's really on the move, though, is up there on the outside, Tony Stewart. Coming off turn 4 on the outside right there.
Now that green on Jimmy Johnson means he is in one of those top 20 positions. Green arrow denotes a driver who will move up. Crash, turn 2. Sideways, is that Steve Park?
I don't know if he's hit anything yet or not. I don't think he has.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
I don't think he got any damage on the car. Now remember, folks, it's a restart just like the start of the race. They line them up first on the inside, second on the outside.
Now, I don't think anybody will pit unless they're at the rear of the field, but this pit stop will not count because that pit stop has to be under green.
Now, Park's got a problem. He's got a right front tire down. If that tire starts to come apart before he gets around here, it'll tear the fender off the car.
See what happened to Steve Park.
He just loses it. It gets loose. It comes around.
Boy, look how close his teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Budweiser car.
Junior can't see a thing. He's just going through the smoke, hoping that Park's not there.
I'd say Dale Earnhardt Jr. locked his tires up. He'll probably have to come to pit road for 4 tires.
Now, if a team was on pit road, here's another look at it. And there's Park gone from the back of Jimmy Johnson's car. And no apparent damage to Steve Park's car.
A lot of these cars are loose. They start them out loose because the track's always a little tighter at night, and that's just too loose for Park to hang on to.
Now, if a car had been on pit road when the caution came out, that would have been a legal green flag stop.
As long as you're past the entrance.
But nobody's made one yet. You're going to have to stop. The question is when.